Welcome back, folks. MTG Joe here, and today we're going to be playing some more Standard 2022. Been having a blast with this format, and what we're going to be trying today is a black-white, predominantly Angels deck. I've been kind of seeing some various Angels kind of brews going around. I know Ash Lizzle was doing pretty well with one into like top 50 Mythic. I checked in like the Hooglandia tournament and a couple other Weekend Insight tournaments. So I kind of threw together this shell, pulling some elements. Some of these numbers could probably be upped, but there's some cards I want to try out. A lot of the tournaments this weekend were best of 3, which is something we don't have access to on the client. So what we have here, it's the Angels theme, but with a bit more interaction main. So I am playing Vanishing Verse, which is one of the premier removal spells in this format. There's a lot of mono-color decks, mono-green, some of the dragons, stuff like that, Goldspan, as well as Skyclave Apparition. So although not an angel, it's just a very good card in the format. And then what we're doing is we're kind of going 2 strategies with leveraging our sideboard. We have Legion Angel to pick up more copies of Legion Angel. And then we also have Poet's Quill, which can give our creatures lifelink, which is kind of the life gain sub-theme. And then we also have a learn package, or lesson package, environmental science, reduced to memory, inkling summoning, and mascot exhibition. And then we're playing angels. So youthful Valkyrie, righteous Valkyrie to gain life whenever angels or clerics come into play. Starheim Unleashed that can make a bunch of angels. We have Furja's Retribution. This might be correct to play 4 of, but I've never actually played with this card before, so I want to just play it, see, before going to the 4th. But chapter 1, you get an angel, Flying Vigilance. Chapter 2, angels, basically you destroy target creature with power less than this creature's power, and then your angels gain double strike. There's also Rampage of the Valkyries, 5 mana enchantment. It itself creates another angel, so a lot of these enchantments just creating creatures is pretty good. And then whenever an angel you control dies, each player sacrifices a creature. We got the Emiria Calls. I'm actually going to play a 3rd copy of Emiria's Call. We have the life gain to offset it, and it's just really good in this deck. And then kind of rounding up the deck, we have Inscription of Ruins for removal, discard against more of the control decks, and reanimation. We have a number of 2-drops. We have Loyal Warhound, an angel's best friend. They say dogs have... but basically this is, if we're on the play, we can search up a land and kind of tutor up a basic planes, and this helps us kind of get ahead in our deck where we want to play like a bunch of 4-drops. Also Luminarch Aspirant, just a very powerful card that can make our angels a lot bigger. Plays very nicely even with something like Poet's Quill afterwards. Our mana base, like I said, we have the Emiria's Call, 1 Cave of the Frost Dragon, 1 Hive of the Eye Tyrant, some basics, the pathways, and only 2 snarls. I hate snarls. In this deck we can play a couple, but they always come in, unless you have them like turn 1, they always feel bad as a late drop. So it's not really something I'm super interested in. But we'll try this out, see how it goes. If you are playing any cool, unique decks, do let me know in the comments. I know some folks have already done so. There's a mono black pest deck was mentioned, so we'll try to get to some of those, explore those fun strategies. I'll probably, if there's interest, let me know as well. I can do some of the higher performing decks, like Is It Dragons, but let me know. I think given this turn, this hand is super reasonable. We'll lead off with Emiria's Call tapped, then play Hive of the Eye Tyrant. So our curve's looking like this, and then into Vanishing Verse. Opponent mulligans here. Okay, so this is mono green aggro. Go Swarm Shambler into Ranger's class. So nice turn overall for our opponent here. I think we just get this going. I think I'm going to get rid of the Rangers class, to be honest. And then depending on how... So I have the option here. Gotta just go Blizzard Brawl. So being on the play has actually been really beneficial for them here. I think we still get rid of Ranger's Class here. Because next turn I can double Vanishing Verse or Youthful Valkyrie and do that. So they can attack in here. We'll just take the 3 damage. They have another fight spell. I mean, if you want 3 lands into just fight spells, it is a good curve there. We need to hit a land. This isn't going to do too much in terms of blocking. Because I don't want to really block one of these creatures. You're a green Hydra, so we can take it off. Okay, so they go Chariot here. A bit scary nonetheless, because now I do need to hit this Chariot. I'll just take this off the battlefield. Probably dead this game. They just went like pure gas. 3 lands and just 2 lizards brawl. Okay, cool. I think we're still dead here. 6, 8. Yeah, they have lethal. Yep. Didn't see any life gain, and they just went super wide on us. We had the answers too, but you win some, you lose some. Still think it's right for us to take the Rangers class there, just because they're going to keep making their creatures bigger and eventually get card advantage. We are hoping to kind of... They mulliganed and we got all the cards out of their hand. They just kept drawing good cards. Even like a turn more of Luminarch Aspirant just to hold back. See, this is why I hate the Snarls. We can't play this hand because we have 2 tap lands. I have to mulligan this hand. We only play 2 of these. If either of these was a basic, I'd keep. And like we could try, but I think mulliganing is better. Sounds very good. I think we're getting rid of Rampage here. So Warhound could help us ramp into it. So maybe it is Poet's Quill that we get rid of. Or you know what? Let's get rid of the Youthful Valkyrie. Or you know what, I should have kept... Because now I have to go Poet's Quill on too. Yikes, punished here. Punished! So we'll get the... I get reduced to memory here. They get a 3/2, but I get my creature back. But I think we're just going Inkling Summonings here. They could have Valky become a 3/1. But if I get equipped Inkling, we also have Fijuris. This just lets me play my curve out nicer. If they're spending their whole turn to deal an extra point of damage, I'm fine. Probably discarding this. Yeah. So we'll do this because next turn I could Luminarch and equipped, or I can play Frigurza's, whatever. Ooh. Zerial.
The wars are ended through brutal efficiency. Not fight for Avernus, you fiend.
We can kill it next turn, so we'll just take the damage here. So, gain back all the life we lost here. Next turn we play this tapped, play Fajura's. Can also opt to hold this, but they've shown discard already, so I'm inclined to get down my cards. And we put the counter on here, can't see the Dragonfire, so they're probably on a Goldspan deck. Split the difference here. I guess we should have probably put one more on there. So put a counter here. So going to full control here before they can declare blockers. And we're going to hold off with playing the land. Because now I can play this, get a land out of my deck. Play this out on black. Just do this, and then next turn we have double strike. Tybalt.
Make no mistake.
Doesn't matter. They're dead here. Angel alone kills them. Okay, so it looks like Rakdos, Planeswalker control. Alrighty. 1-1. Not too bad that game. What do we get in the mystery pack? Something good? Ooh. I'll take it. I think the pest list that was sent to me was playing 3 of them. We'll run one or two more of these, see how it feels. So we're like not all in on the Angel plan, just like black, white, good cards. The other card that, like Soul Shatter, the 3 mana sacrifice planeswalker creature, could be another one that we play. I'm actually interested in trying this hand out, and this is something we want to see. Like, we might be punished, and they might not have creatures, but I think this is reasonable. Perfect. It's a great draw. Rangers class. So I'm actually interested in them leveling this up and then me vanishing versing it. So basically time walk them for the turn. This is another game where if we could be on the play, I just don't want to throw this out into a fight spell just yet. I'd rather do it where I can hold up, because they do have... Okay, since we drew second Valkyrie, think since we drew second, we can run this out. Because there's upside if they don't have the fight spell here. And here they might just want to play to the board. So that was a good turn. We basically... They paid 4 mana for a 2/2 that turn. They go Chariot here. And then same next turn, they can activate this. Get them to tap down their creatures. And then we can hit the Chariot. And this is why Vanishing Verse is so flexible in a lot of these decks, where we'll keep it back the blocker. We are flooding a bit. We'd like another spell if possible. We've yet to see an actual like Luminarch or Righteous Valkyrie, sorry. Fujara would be nice here. Starheim, just pump a bunch of mana into it. Oops. Okay, for friends go away. What's happening? No attacks. I think I might want one more piece of removal. That's actually a bit annoying. Go to Chariot here. So I don't think we take the block this turn. Okay, that's actually good as a follow-up afterwards. Just hit for 2. Because I have this inscription that I can bring back one of these angels. If we could get 1 more mana, we can do everything. Because they might attack with Old Growth. I can block with Youthful. Oh, I have another Chariot. So we took a kind of a gamble, but we didn't want them to go too wide on us. I think at this point you probably just hang on to Kazandu. It's better as a creature. And taking out Ranger's class means we get rid of the last mode, where they get to play cards off the top. Okay, that's actually nice. The decision here is, do I inscription something or hold this back to try to get all modes? I actually think what the line might be is just getting them to discard 2 cards. Because now any angel gets us back a bunch of utility. I can just attack in with Vigilance here. This can block here. So we attack for 4 this turn and then threaten lethal next turn. For 8, 11, 13. I guess I'm 1 short. Any angel off the top works. Okay. So we went kind of angel control that game, which was pretty sweet. The go wide does seem a little bit of an issue for our deck. I'm wondering, The problem is, like, even if we take the cleric element to gain life, it's not. But if we could Poet's Quill something, I think we're okay. Alright. Oh, this is a hand. Okay, well, everyone's on this mono green list today. So one thing we want to... So they could have a Blizzard's Brawl here. You know what? Maybe we should have done that same line. I just go Old Growth here. So this turn we're doing this. Getting rid of this. Next turn I can Luminarch and then hold up Vanishing Verse. I want to have this up for a fight spell. If they want to level up, it's fine. Okay, I'm gonna do that. Could see a fight spell out of them now, Blizzard's Brawl or something, but I feel like you do that pre-combat. No. Inscriptions. Ooh, Starheim as well. So next turn I can do this. Starheim I want to do after this comes down. So I could take them off something this turn. I can just use this as a chump blocker. I think I want to take them off a creature this turn. Because I have to shock this turn. Toski. I'll take them off. Question, do I give him a card here? Alright, you get a card. Oh, that's actually really good, because now I don't have to shock myself. So I'm putting the counter here because they're already incentivized to kill Righteous Valkyrie, so there's no point in targeting that. And like this is big enough. So one thing with inscriptions, they could put the counters and fight now. I think we're throwing Luminarch Aspirin in front of the way of this wolf. And then we'll just block Toski. I guess Righteous or Youthful we could put in front here. The blowout is with inscriptions though. They could put 5 on it and then fight, but then it would still die in the trade. Yeah, that's what I was trying to avoid. Because we would have gained 8 life on that turn. So we're going to give him a card here. These have vigilance? They do. Jaspera. Will actually be pretty decent. So I'm playing this just because if we draw another land, I have the option of getting a creature back from my graveyard. Also could get them to discard. They're going to be potentially drawing some cards off Toski. Here I'm pretty big, which I like. Another Blizzard's Brawl is pretty gross because they get indestructible. I think we're gonna hit the cards out of their hand. That's big. We're gonna say this for next turn. They Blizzard's Brawl, they get the Trampler anyways, so this just has more upside. Because they can't really afford to tap with Jespera for mana, because then I have full, they need the in the sky, but then I have the blockers. 6, we are still short anyways, so... Awesome. Got him. Alright, so good showing. Mono Green's probably one of the top decks in the format, so going a little bit more control, more interaction. I think the big standout card in all this was Vanishing Verse. So unlike the historic version where you're gaining tons of life, you have stuff like Bishop of Wings, Righteous Valkyrie isn't as like surefire to gain you life, but just all the incidental ways, your kind of Angel Synergies, Youthful Valkyrie getting pretty large. I think this is pretty good. Inscription of Ruins may be better served as Soul Shatter. Is that it? Yeah. Soul Shatter or Sacrifice Plane. Umbral Juke, because Umbral Juke gives us the advantage of either the sacrifice or making a token when we need to, where Soul Shatter can target the highest CMC, so generally the best creature. This allows your opponent to get the choice. This forces your opponent to sacrifice kind of their most expensive permanent. So both are options. Inscription offers more flexibility, being able to hand hate, stuff like that. But having like the instant speed is also pretty advantageous. So just some considerations that we'd have. Overall, I think we are okay. We may want to go up like another creature land as well. But I've liked overall the package. I think we never got Legion Angel going, but I think that's a fine one of. We might want to go 2 of main. I think the Retribution was fine in terms of the count. Same with Rampage. But yeah, let me know if you have it built slightly different. If you're finding you have more games in, certain things are working more than others, let me know. Happy to always discuss all things Magic. Thanks for watching, and if you can, as always, like, comment, and subscribe. Catch you next time. Stay safe out there.